Yorkshire and the Humber Regional Roads Crime Team is on the front line in stopping dealers who transport drugs across the region. In Bradford, West Yorkshire, the team are on standby. There's some intelligence that a big deal's just gone down.
We got wind of a vehicle and then we had to hot-foot it to their location and put the stop in.
Yes. Can you confirm location at the moment? We're just
With the drug runners
606.
approaching the motorway, the cops have got them right where they want them.
It's damn so easier to chase and pursue them on a motorway than it is around a council estate. For one, if we don't know the area, they'll take a couple of left to right and they're gone and they're history, whereas at least on a motorway you've got 2 or 3 miles sometimes between junctions.
Stand by for an open mic. We've got brake lights, lane 2, speed 6060, into lane 1, 2 occupants, and it's a stop. Right, give us your hands.
Hands where I can see them.
We believe that there's a commodity of drugs on board this vehicle. Do you understand me?
No talking.
The men in the polo are from the south of England and part of an organised criminal gang, just the people the unit has been set up to deal with.
We obviously target organised crime. It's the reason we're here. Your average Bobby on the street obviously spends most of the time dealing with domestics, shoplifters, priority things to them, but for us we're looking at the slightly bigger picture, targeting more serious crime, obviously the drugs supply, the trafficking, so we're looking at the bigger picture.
At Trafalgar House Police Station in Bradford, the cops are searching the car for drugs. Since the unit was set up in 2008, drug seizures in Yorkshire and Humberside have risen by over 30% to more than 15,000 last year.
Yeah, we've got a confirmed package in the boot.
The commodity on board is 10 kilos of heroin, worth up to £200,000. But although it's a big haul, the cops know there's always more to come.
You take out a multi-kilo amount of drugs, you take out a large amount of cash into the hundreds of thousands. In real terms, that's a very small percentage of what's actually going on.
Every year, more than 50 tonnes of heroin and cocaine are sold in Britain. And while an investigation into who the suspects are working for gets underway, the cops in the Central Motorway Police Group patrol more than 600 miles of roads. It's the hub of Britain's motorway network. Every day, more than 200,000 cars pass through here. The best way to keep tabs on the cars and their drivers is a system called ANPR.
Automatic number plate recognition is a tool in your toolbox that you can use to give you some guidance as to which vehicles to look at. An alarm bell rings to say that car there is worth stopping because X, Y and Z. Whether it be a disqualified driver, whether it be carrying drugs, whether it be stolen number plates, whatever that happens to be. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, basically.
PC's Angus Nairn and Harvey Prescott are on the M5, responding to an ANPR alert about a car which they think is being used by an illegal immigrant.
Right, black Volkswagen Golf, Lima Sierra 56, Zulu Papa Zulu. So we're going to see if it comes past us and then stop the vehicle, check out who the occupants are and whether they are entitled to be in the country.
Yes.
Aye, that'll do us.
That'll be the one.
Mike Alpha Oscar Tango 1-3. The Golf was committed southbound. We're playing catch-up. Received over.
Here she is.
Nationwide, ANPR cameras read up to 15 million number plates every day, but the system has its limitations. Although ANPR can identify the car, it can't tell the cops if the driver is the man they're after.
Hi, gentlemen. Do you have the documentation for the car on you? Just come and take a wee seat in the car and explain why you've been stopped. If you can bring the documents with you that you've got, driver's licence, do you have the insurance for it? Thank you. Have you got a driver's licence?
The driver does have some ID, a bank card and a fixed penalty notice for using his phone, which should help the cops verify his details.
Just take a wee seat in there.
How are you? You okay?
How are you?
You all right?
You're right, mate.
This is you here?
Yeah, this is my address.
The man hasn't got any photo ID to prove he's the man referred to on the documents.
What's your first name?
It's Matullah Sahak.
All right.
Where are you travelling to?
Bristol.
Bristol?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What is the purpose of your trip? Why are you going to Bristol?
Bristol, this is my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just going to visit
visit,
Visit your friend.
He come across there with his fixed penalty tickets, he had letters from solicitors. He's got loads of stuff, and you think, don't really doubt him because he's genuinely given us all this stuff over. But you still want to go that extra wee bit just to make sure you've covered all the points. Thank you. Can you find out if any of the tasking team are at headquarters or if there's somebody out and about near Junction 6 with a lantern device, please, Evan? The lantern device is basically a small fingerprint machine. It's a portable fingerprint device, and it's one of the best tools we have. And as soon as somebody puts their finger on it, it will then send that fingerprint straight to our fingerprint bureau.
That's all received, thank you. Substantive, 3 points for that offence.
Oh, he has got them?
Mm-hmm.
With the points on his licence checking out on the police national computer, it seems the man thereafter is another person who drives the Golf. But even so, Angus wants to run him through the lantern just to make sure.
I think he is a genuine, let's say, an individual. I don't suspect he's going to come back as an illegal immigrant or an overstayer, unless he's a really good liar. So it'll be 2 minutes and then we'll let him go.
Midlands, just off junction 6 of the M5 near Worcester. Angus and Harvey are still trying to find out if the Afghani man is permitted to be in the country. A colleague with a lantern device has arrived to check he is who he claims to be.
That's it, just hold it there. That's it, thank you.
Seem all in order, but...
The driver's fingerprints will be matched against a national database of 8 million prints. If he's on it, then they'll find out his true identity. And there's a match.
Not what we've got.
The lantern device that Paul's used, it's come back with a different name and details on it.
Mm.
Who is that? You?
Who's the...
Ahmedzai Jalet Khan. Yeah?
You?
Is that you?
Yeah. So who's this then? You tell lies. Why have you given false details? Someone else's name.
I'm coming now. Yes, this my friend car.
It's your friend's car.
Fair dues to the lad. He almost pulled the wool over our eyes, and he almost got away with it. And you've got to sort of, I suppose, feel sorry for him, the fact that he's tried his hardest, and he was literally seconds from us just saying, yeah, crack on, have a good day.
Now they have the man's real identity. Angus is checking his immigration status with the border agency.
Oh, that's interesting. I've got him removed.
Oh, well. He's not removed that far, he's still here. Have you been removed from the UK? Have you been sent back?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're back again?
He's come up again, that's why. He tried to get in again.
When did you come back?
The 2009.
2009.
So at this moment he's arrestable as such, and if you decide to arrest him, take him to the police station. If you could give us a shout which station
It'll be Worcester custody.
Worcester, okay.
And he'll be there in less than 15 minutes. Kevin, thanks for your help. You've been a star.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Speak to you shortly. Take care. Bye now.
Bye.
We get a lot of people who are overstayers, basically. They've come into the country illegally. They've applied for asylum. They've been refused for whatever reason, and they get told you've got to leave. I've never known one yet that just says, OK, thanks very much, jumps back on the ferry and heads back over. It never happens. So, once they're refused asylum, they should be locked up and sent back, but they don't. The way the system works just now, they disappear.
I'm going back Afghanistan.
Well, you've been sent there once already, and you've come all the way back to here.
I'm coming back here, yeah. So
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to. You were sent out the first time because you weren't allowed to stay here.
No, my first time. This is my third time, yeah.
Third time?
Third time. One time I'm coming to France.
You think, why are we bothering sending them out if they can get back so easily? And if they get back so easily, what are immigration doing, to get rid of them? Because they're obviously not doing it the right way. It's literally just throwing them out the gate, and it's as quick as they can climb back over the fence. You don't learn the lesson, do you?
I don't know my city, city, the Afghanistan. Two problem that my Afghanistan,
Every time we speak to people and say, why have you come to Great Britain? You know, what was wrong with France? What was wrong with Germany? What was wrong with Spain? The sun shines in Spain. But they get told, get to Great Britain. You will get looked after in Great Britain.
They try. Sometimes they get away with it, sometimes they don't.
In the last 2 years, nearly 80,000 illegal immigrants have been deported from the UK. And for the Afghani man, it's third time unlucky. He's going to be handed over to the border agency and once again put on a flight back to Afghanistan. Although the selling of drugs is a common way for criminals to derive their income, it's not the only way. Some will do just about anything to make a few quid. 35 miles away in Doncaster, CCTV operators have spotted some locals peddling a stolen bicycle.
X-ray Tango 18, we're half a mile away, we'll attend as well. We were listening to the local radio channel and it's come in that I think CCTV had picked up the fact that a high-value bike had been taken into one of the pawnbrokers in town. Didn't look quite right, a group of young lads with it. X-ray Tango 18, CCTV still got these possibles inside.
PC's Matt Fleming and Andy Tucker are just around the corner from the suspects.
18, given that, we'll go straight to location, just round the corner.
The pawn shop has refused to exchange cash for the stolen bike, and one of the men is beginning to kick off. The group are known offenders, responsible for a high percentage of crime in Doncaster.
It's just the shop here. The priority was the lad pushing the bike. At that moment in time, he's our suspect for theft of a pedal cycle.
The bicycle was stolen from its owner the day before and is worth £500.
Is it your bike, pal?
No, father.
Right. So at the minute, you're detained for the purpose of a search, pal. Just going to put some handcuffs on, pal.
But he's not coming quietly.
It's mine on my bike. I'll only push me down the street.
Right. So listen to me. What's your first name?
Listen, pal, if you let go of me arm, I'm going to be sound as but if you carry on being a prick, I'm going to be a knobby. Let go of me, I'm going to be sound.
Right, go away.
Check his colour, pal.
Go away.
Checking his colour number, mate.
Check his colour number.
All right, mate, just P&C me, do your thing, mate. I'm trying to be calm, but you're winding me up, mate.
Right, I'm not winding you up, pal. Calm it down, Jason, while we get sorted, pal. All right? I've asked you whose the bike is, you said it's not yours. Whose does the bike belong to?
I'm not saying to it is, I'm just pushing it down the street, it's all over.
Right. Right, at the moment, then, you're under arrest on suspicion of theft of this cycle. You have to say anything with my harm defence, you don't mention when question something which will later on in court. Anything you do say, maybe give evidence.
Right, John.
Okay.
Go and ring me mum, yeah? Tell our lass I've been locked up, lad.
Jason, do you understand?
Handling stolen goods. Listen, you don't have to manhandle me. I'm going to walk to the car.
I'm not manhandling you, pal.
You are manhandling me.
I
swear to God, man. Get on. Do you want it, bad man, eh?
Jason.
I swear to God, do you want it or something? I swear to God, mate. You think you're the bad? Proper bad boys, aren't you?
Get in the car, Jason.
Proper think you bad boy, don't you? Don't you think he's bad boys, don't you, though? No, I'm not getting my foot in, mate.
That particular area, it's a less affluent area. It's another area where we get quite high calls to service. So obviously mindful of the fact who's about, not only the group we're trying to detain, what potential could happen in relation to larger disorder.
Jason. John, just tell Danny to take the out for his bike,
Jason,
man.
if you carry on the language, you're going to be locked up for the Section 5.
I'm getting locked up already, aren't I?
Yeah, we're in order. Everything's in order. We just need a van to get this pedal cycle away from the scene. One's in custody, so could we have another unit just to come and collect the bike, please?
I am not putting my leg in the car until you see
Locked
him
up this
there.
moment in time, mate, for Section 5 public order offence. You're still under caution.
Swear to God, you're the bad man, aren't you? You're proper bad man. I'm in your car, man. I'm in your car. I'm in your car now, aren't I?
Should we get this one out of the area?
Oi, Danny, just tell him it's your bike, man.
I told him I paid for it this morning.
See, Gate, listen, pal, can you talk to me now, mate?
He's got to be involved. He's pushing the bike into cash converters. So whichever way you look at it, he has some involvement. If the bike has been stolen, he has, hands-on, a stolen bike.
Do you understand?
No, mate, I've just told you why I didn't tell you, mate.
Right, move your knee then.
Yes. You want to be a bad man? Let's be a bad man. I swear to God.
Jason.
Get it, cop shop. I swear to God, these coppers.
While he swears his innocence to the Almighty, the cops wait for some transportation for the stolen bike. 35 miles away, Gary and Mick are on the outskirts of Leeds. Their ANPR system has alerted them to an Audi A4 passing in the opposite direction.
That's just coming out behind her?
Yeah, behind us, that. Let's go.
The marker on the Audi says the car has links to drugs.
Tops are on. That coffee stores are checked, please. Sierra 696, November Foxtrot Victor. This Audi up in front, we've just gone past it and it's got a drugs marker on it, so we've just turned. We're just going to try and speak to them and just do some checks prior to stopping it, see who they are and what they've possibly been up to. The marker's only a small amount of intelligence. We immediately check all our systems, which starts to give us the results of, it's this particular person, he's been seen here at this time, date and location.
It's shown on the ship involved in some sort of drug offence, 14th of October. Small bag of cannabis was found on him.
Hey, pal, all right? Your motor?
Yes.
You been in bother before?
Yeah, not really.
You got documents and stuff on you?
Yeah.
Have you got insurance today?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's come out of the bank the other day.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'd rather always go in at a nice low level. You know, how are you doing, pal? How's things today? You seem a bit nervous. What's up with?
No, I just can't understand why I was getting pulled in this car.
All right.
It just happens all the time, to be honest.
Oh, do they? Yeah. It's probably blacked out windows, mate. They can't see whether you're wearing your seatbelt or not. You got a licence and all that?
Yeah, I have, yeah. Got a lot of points on it, though.
You what, sorry, pal?
14 points.
14 points? What did you do wrong to get points?
My last one with no insurance.
No insurance?
It took me over, but they gave me, when I got my licence back, they gave me I had 14 points in it.
All right.
They didn't take me off.
What's other points for then? Because you only get 6 for no insurance, don't you?
I've had my insurance a few times.
A few times? All the time I'm thinking, my ultimate outcome from this stop is that you will be handcuffed and you will be searched under the Misuse of Drugs Act. But I'm quite happy to keep him comfortable and he's quite happy sat talking to me. There's no reason for me to change that.
Got previous arrest for Class A. How many points?
He'd been recently found, I think some drugs have been found in his house recently, so there was a good chance that he maybe had something on him. So we started to step it up then. Gaz joined me. Put that on there, mate.
What happened with your lock-up for Class A? I was resting on the door and I could see a bag of white powder just within the door pocket. Just stick your arms out and let my mate put some handcuffs on you.
It's making funny noises, that phone of yours, isn't it? This is just while you're being detained for purposes of search, pal, all right?
At the minute, you're under arrest on suspicion of possession of Class A drug, all right? You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You don't mention when questioned something which you'll later rely on in court. Yeah, anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. Just grab hold of them, Mick. 2 minutes.
You're a little liar, aren't you?
To be honest, mate.
You're a little liar.
I bought that last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
The deal is £60 worth of cocaine.
No, it's Class A. Only a small amount, mate. We'll get to the bottom of it. Straight away you think, where's the rest of the drugs? Where's the money that you've got from the drugs by selling it? And where's the rest of the drugs that you're going to sell?
It was a fair wedge there, didn't it?
I thought you were skinning you.
I am when I've got a car like this. 100 quid to fill it.
How much is in there?
About 300 quid, I think.
How much was in there?
About 80. Just pick that up.
Where from?
Mate Craig.
You mate Craig? Yeah. You're looking nervous again now, I'm asking you about money. That worries me a bit.
Drugs and bundles of cash could mean he's more than just a recreational user.
In his wallet and in several pockets that he's got quite a large quantity of cash. More than the average person tends to carry around on an evening. So he's also going to be arrested under the Proceeds of Crime Act, and we'll take it from there. We'll probably conduct some house searches and see if he is living beyond his means, look at the property in his house and also see if we can find any other cash or any other drugs within his house. So we'll take it from there.
With the suspicion the man's dealing cocaine, he'll be kept incommunicado in the cells while the rest of the team search his house for drugs. Back in Doncaster, transport for the stolen bike has arrived, but the wait hasn't done anything to calm the suspect's temper.
I'm not going to be a dickhead, just get me to cops up there. Instead of me just sitting here, making me look like a dickhead in front of everyone, you know what I mean?
Even his brother's telling him to cool it.
I am chilled out, lads. When I get to cop shops, I don't walk a fall in front of everyone, you know what I mean? Just driving, pal. Driving, mate. Stop saying calm down. Just drive, pal.
With all that had gone off, when he started banging his head on windscreen, you know, I had to stop him from doing that because at the end of the day, I have a duty of care to him as well.
Let go of me.
Going now.
Let go of me then.
I'm protecting you from banging
Listen,
your
I'm
head, you
not
silly
gonna bang me.
bugger.
Let go of me, I'll be
Calm
calm,
down.
pal. You
Right.
drive and I'll be calm.
Calm down then.
You drive and I'll be calm.
It's been a long time since I've come across an individual like that. It's been a long time.
Hope your wife's getting shagged out right now while you're at work. Daughters are getting raped and your sons are getting stabbed up.
And after a while, you just get used to it and you just try to be as professional as you possibly can. If you let it linger, then you're not concentrating and you're not focused fully on the job in hand. In here and out of there, just carry on, mate.
Stand near the desk, please. Don't communicate with him.
Take the covers off. Do you understand why you're here? Well, I'm going to authorise your detention whether you do or you don't. So
Well, if you take the covers off, I'll be all right with you, pal. I'm not
and
gonna
I'll
be
go through everything. There's a process that we have
It
to
don't
go
work like that, mate. You are in our custody and you will be told what's going to happen and it'll be down to the custody sergeant to decide what will happen. So you can rant, you can rave and you can do whatever. You know, you will do as you are told, not as you like.
Danny!
Jason, stay here.
Don't rag me about.
Stand here
Listen,
and listen
they're
to
not
the
going
custody
off
sergeant.
whatever you're messing about.
Calm
Yeah,
down.
but I'm not messing about if you take these
Well, you are,
off.
because you're walking around everywhere.
Well,
You're
take
not-
these off and I'll be all right.
You're
No,
not-
you listen, mate. You take these off and I'll be all right.
D7.
As he's unwilling to comply with the booking-in process, he's being taken to a cell to chill out. He's no stranger to being locked up. The young man has had a troubled adolescence and began offending at 14. At 22 years old, he's already served one 3-year prison sentence for burglary and thefts, including push bikes in the past.
There's a lot of people out there that have had particularly hard upbringings. Me personally, I can't see that as an excuse to commit crime. There's plenty of support out there, albeit it's not always accessible straight away. I think to say I've committing crime or I am committing crime as a result of my upbringing or my circumstances doesn't really cut it with me, unfortunately.
130 miles south, on the M42 just outside Birmingham, he sees John Martin and Jim Alcock from the Central Motorway Police Group have an ANPR alert on a gold Proton reported to have been involved in petrol theft.
We're hoping that it's going to come past us, and obviously if it does, we'll stop it, see who's on board and ask him the question as to why he didn't pay for his fuel. Yeah, people with the rising cost of fuel and obviously people being out of work and things like that, then people are taking the chance at the moment and they're taking fuel and not paying for it. It's a nationwide problem, I think everyone would agree.
I'll be expecting it through within the next
2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
That's it. Saying through as well.
We actually check to see who is the insured, who it comes back to, so that we know that when we're greeted by the driver who says, "I'm such and such," it gives us a good indication of, right, you're the person that's meant to be in that car.
The person on the insurance policy is a male living 80 miles away in Weston-super-Mare, but there's a woman at the wheel of the Proton.
It was actually a female, we found out, had gone into the garage, filled up with the fuel, and just left the forecourt without paying.
Right, we've stopped you because there's an information report on your vehicle.
Right.
On Friday. Did you forget to pay for some petrol?
No, I didn't have the car Friday.
You didn't have the car Friday?
No.
Right. Whose car is it?
It's my boyfriend's friend's, but I'm insured to drive it.
Right.
On my insurance, I'm insured to drive it.
Okay, where are you off to now?
See a friend in Coventry.
Okay. What's all the toiletries and stuff in the back?
Oh, they're my friends. We got all 4 from the pound shop. Everything's £1 in there.
Right, have you got a receipt for it all?
I don't know if it's in the bag.
Okay. There's an awful lot of toiletries in there, which potentially things like shoplifters use. They said they got them from a pound shop, which it's not in a pound shop bag, it's in an Asda bag. So I think we're going to be making some inquiries. You say those those what's it called, them toiletries and stuff in the back. Well, where have they come from again?
Pound stretchers.
Where?
In Western Supermare, everything in there's a pound.
Right. Do they not have their own bags?
No, we had them in the bag. We took them home because we've had them at home a couple of days.
Yeah.
And the bag split, so I just put them in the Asda carrier bag.
Are you known for any shoplifting or anything
Yeah,
like
I
that?
am. Yeah, I've just got out of prison for it.
Right. What do you think I'm thinking now?
Well, I think you're thinking the worst, like what everyone does, which is wrong, really, ain't it?
Well,
I've learnt my lesson.
No, I've asked you all them questions before I've known who you are. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
the traits that are in your vehicle say shoplifter to me.
Right, there's about 16 things there. They're a pound each, £16 it come to. That's it.
You look at the type of products that people shoplift. They're usually things that you can get rid of quite quickly. Shower gels, meats, coffees, expensive stuff, but people use on a day-to-day basis.
The cops' suspicions surrounding the petrol theft and the toiletries aren't their only concerns. The woman isn't on the insurance database.
According to police records then, Michelle, there's only a and his mate on there. So whose insurance are you driving the car on? Have you got your own policy on your own car?
No, it's on my boyfriend's done it, on his insurance. I'm named to drive any other vehicle.
No. You'll be a named driver on his policy. That will not cover you to drive other people's vehicles. It'll cover you to drive his vehicle, but not other people's. Is your fella a mate of the owner of the car?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the owner of the car? Do you know him or her?
No.
You don't know him?
She's phoning her boyfriend to get some answers about the insurance.
I'm with the police because they've stopped the car for a bilking on Friday, but they're saying that I'm not insured. Right, we'll tell them that then. He'll explain. Here, someone speak to him, please.
A bilking is a petrol theft.
Hello? Who actually owns the car, Mike?
I bought it, well, I borrowed it off a friend of mine who lives at, the garage. Well, we own it. I haven't filled in the logbook yet because we haven't got it. We're waiting for it to come through.
When did you buy it?
When did you buy it then, mate?
A couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
And what's this fella's name then?
I don't know his surname.
This fella then, you don't know his surname and he's let you have a car without taking any form of payment from you whatsoever?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. Yeah.
Well, who was driving the vehicle on Friday then?
Must have been Michelle.
So we spoke to the insurance company direct, and they've given us the names of 2 males that are on the insurance policy, but this lady wasn't on there.
Come on then, Michelle. I'm fairly positive in almost 11 years of policing, I don't think you've got any insurance on that vehicle.
And I would second that.
Yeah.
While the cops are sure she's an uninsured driver, there's still some uncertainty over the petrol theft and the toiletries John found in the car. In West Yorkshire, at the Bridewell police station in Leeds, the suspect Mick and Gary arrested with the small quantity of cocaine on him is beginning to realise the trouble he's in.
We got into the custody desk. I explained to the custody sergeant the circumstances around his arrest and my belief that he had drugs about his person and would he authorise a strip search. As soon as I said the word strip search, the guy started shaking. We took him down to Watts Cells, and as soon as we got to Watts Cells, he's just offered up that he had some drugs secreted about his person. We've carried out a strip search and it's dropped out of his underwear. That looks to be crack cocaine to me, and there's about 30 wraps there, and he said himself that there's 20 grams worth of crack cocaine there, which is a sizable amount. The team went round, searched his house, found some evidence, I think, some paraphernalia in relation to drug supply, some bags, and an imitation firearm by his bedside. So people don't have imitation firearms because they like the look of them or they like to have them in the house. They carry them on them about the person for a reason, really.
Back in the Midlands, on the M42, the woman driving the Proton involved in the petrol theft has still got some questions to answer. John's on the phone to Avon and Somerset Police, trying to find out if they know the identity of the person who drove off without paying for the fuel.
All right, cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Right, Michelle.
What?
Right, your vehicle has been involved in something else.
They come back and said that the vehicle had been involved in a suspicious instance possibly an attempted theft from store at Asda. It was a female. They did actually say of large build. The bag that these items of toiletries and such like, they're actually in an Asda bag.
If I have to go through and find out and get officers to trawl through CCTV, which I will do, and I will wait until they've done.
I won't be on their camera.
Who will that be then?
I don't know. I won't be on their camera.
Well, someone's using that car to go around and do bilkins and steal things. Who else is using that car in the space of 4 days?
Again, it was a bit of a, right, we've nearly got her. Is this the woman? She's now been possibly involved in 2 offences, but we can't confirm whether it is her or not.
With no evidence of any wrongdoing, neither the driver nor her boyfriend are going to be arrested for the petrol theft. But the cops are taking the car away from her for driving without insurance.
Hello? The car's getting seized, there's no insurance on it. There ain't, he's phoned the cooperative. They haven't even got the insurance details there of the car.
Nor his details, nor nothing.
Nor your details, nothing. Well, you need to come and get me from Hotwood Services. Oh, Mick, shut up, right?
Yes.
And tell me what to do.
Just come back to us in a moment when you can.
So we're stuck here then? Oh, go away.
He sticks you a good one there then, Michelle, isn't it?
I suggest you give your fella a damn good talking to when you get in. You make the bugger live on cornflakes for a month and sleep on a sofa. Because he's done you like a kipper.
And let me guess, he's not going to come up and pick you up either, is he?
I don't think so.
I'd feel inclined to give him his marching orders as well.
Right. Last chance, Michelle. Are them items...
I haven't done nothing.
No, hang on. I'm not asking if you've done anything. Are them items there?
No, they are not stolen. They are from pound stretchers.
And you paid for them?
Yes, and you can check with pound stretchers if you want.
Right.
I don't have to speak ill of your fellow, Michelle, but...
He's a wanker.
Well,
yeah.
He's
a wanker.
Obviously, I can't agree, but if someone had done a similar thing to me like that, then yes,
That is so to do. I can't believe it. And he's just phoned me up saying now, I'll leave in an hour to pick you up because once the police have gone and that. No. So am I getting arrested today for anything?
No.
Okay, no, I just wanted to know. No. Cheers, lads. Thanks.
All right, ta-ra now.
Thanks a
lot.
lot. Cheers.
Although there's no arrest, the driver is walking away with a £200 ticket and 6 points on her licence for no insurance. And while she waits for her lift home, the car's going to be impounded. In Yorkshire, with nearly 50% of the road's crime team's arrests drug-related, they've become a major force in the war on drugs. Tonight, the team have received some information about a large amount of drugs and money heading up the motorway. Matt and Wendy are part of a team of 8 waiting for the go-ahead to stop a car which is on its way towards them in Bradford.
We're just on standby at this moment in time in case we get an update on a vehicle that's possibly containing a quantity of drugs, so we're on standby waiting intelligence update this time.
Matt's in the hot seat, the ground commander, and it's up to him to ensure the team are in the right place at the right time.
X-ray Tango received en route.
Okay, may I have
Yep.
An unmarked police car is already behind the suspects, and the team need to catch up before its cover is blown. But first, Wendy needs pointing in the right direction.
Which way?
You're going to have to go left, and then you're going to have to cut across.
Unfortunately, my knowledge of Bradford's not too good. Matthew was obviously a little bit more placed at telling me where to go, literally. It gets quite bossy under pressure.
Come on. Down here. Right. There's that much pressure in those few seconds sometimes. If you're ground commander, you're in charge of the team. It's a massive responsibility to get the team where we need to be at the right time, doing the right things. Keep going. No, keep going. X-ray Tango, that's received. Currently on Mayo Avenue.
With the cops closing in on the target.
Kill lights, guys, kill lights.
There's no need for blues and twos. The stealth approach should catch the suspects out of the blue.
Come on. That's the one. It's always better to use a marked car where possible. So, as it happened, we passed our plain vehicle. We got the marked car directly behind it. Tucks will instigate stop, mate. If you just pull behind, mate. Pull behind, no, pull in front. Slow it down.
X-ray Tango unit making way through the convoy.
Go on, that's it.
X-Ray Tango units affected the stop.
Hey, mate, you all right? Just switch your engine off and pass his keys, please, pal. Is it your vehicle, please?
No, it's not mine.
Not your vehicle. Have you got any documents for the car, please, sir? Licence. Stay in the car for us. Have you got any ID on you at all? Wallet, anything like that, please? Do you live in Bradford? You don't? OK. So it's not your car? Who does the car belong to?
Is Mr.
OK. I take it he knows you've got the car, does he? OK. Are you known to police for anything? You've been arrested before?
Do you know the police?
OK.
No.
Not at all?
Not at all. Never been arrested in my life.
Smashing.
What brings you up to Bradford? Just some friends? Speaking to the driver, it was obvious something wasn't quite right. Obviously, we had the information that there may be drugs or cash on board. That's what was at the back of our minds. At the same time, we've also known information intelligence to be wrong, so we can't automatically stop a car and treat them as drug dealers. Xavier, I need to sort out your insurance issue, mate, but what I'm being told on the radio, there's intelligence to suggest this vehicle's involved in the supply of drugs. For that reason, yourself and your passenger, OK, are going to be detained for a search, OK? You're not under arrest at this time, you're detained for a search. Is there anything on you or in the vehicle that shouldn't be here, pal? Xavier? Is there anything on you or in the car that shouldn't be? Is there an answer to that question, mate? Is there an answer to the question? Is there anything on you or in the vehicle that shouldn't be here?
There is.
There is?
Yeah.
Where is it? Sorry?
Sorry?
Whereabouts? In the seat? This gentleman's saying there's something in the car, so if you just grab hold of him, mate.
Yeah, I will, mate.
Well, just have a look.
You've got anything on you?
No jump out, Xavier.
Not at all? Yeah, I'll keep it there for a sec.
Matt spotted a suspicious package in a carrier bag behind the driver's seat. It's not drugs, but it is something just as valuable.
OK, at this moment in time, both of you are under arrest on suspicion of money laundering. You don't have to say anything when we harm a defence to mention when questioned something which may allow to run in court. Anything you do say may be good evidence. Do you understand that? Do you understand, pal?
Martin, 2 IC for money laundering at this time.
There's a carrier bag in the back of the vehicle, large bundles, what appear to be £20 notes. I've not disturbed the packaging at this time, but a very large quantity of what appear to be bundles of £20 notes. Forensics at that point's the key to it, especially if you get them in an interview saying, I've done this for a friend. If we can find those individuals' fingerprints or DNA on particular items, it just can help the case at court.
"130 miles south in the Midlands, the motorway is unusually quiet, and so the cops on the Central Motorway Police Group are hunting for trouble elsewhere. Angus and Harvey are on the outskirts of Birmingham on the lookout for a drink driver who made off from officers a short time ago. The car passing them, a VW Polo, isn't the drink driver, but it may be something just as interesting.
Harvey noticed the Polo driving past and just happened to say, "That doesn't look right." So we thought, yeah, let's go and have a look.
Before they pull it over, Angus is running a check to find out who they're dealing with.
Thank you, we're on Monmouth Road. Looking at Victor Kilo 07, Hotel Zulu Golf, should be a black Polo, received over. Is he going round in circles?
Yeah, if he goes right again, he will have gone round in a circle.
Yeah, received. We're still currently, Adams Hill now, and he seems to be going round in circles. We're going to go and see if he'll stop. Yeah, stand by. We've illuminated him, but he's still not stopping. At this time, we have a fail to stop, fail to stop, fail to stop. Going to go into Yankee Mike.
Thank you.
This is not a high-speed chase, but the cops still need authorization to pursue.
We have a fail to stop, fail to stop, fail to stop. And you could see the speed. He was doing 35, 40 and a 30 mile an hour limit. We'd sort of suspected he'd be looking for somewhere to decamp near some houses or near to some alleyways that they can then get out on foot. We're on Adams Hill. Permission to pursue the vehicle, please.
But this time, there's no need for the go-ahead.
Oh, sorry, stung. The vehicle's been stung. Stand by.
Another unit up ahead has punctured the Polo's tyres.
These other two officers round the corner couldn't have been placed any better, and they just heard my commentary saying the direction of travel, the road we were on, and they thought, they're coming straight down on our throat. We didn't even realise it was there because they never had a chance to shout up and say they were there because it happened so quick. And it was literally, I just clocked the stinger hitting the deck.
We have 3 detained.
Fully safe, 2-3, many thanks.
All right, bud. Should have stopped.
How come they come after me anyway?
Because.
Charlie 67 on the log.
What's the score with the motor?
Oh, that's what I mean. I don't know why they come after me.
Huh?
I don't know why they come after me for.
Say again.
I got a licence in it, but the car's legal.
Well, why didn't you stop then?
I don't know. It's panicking, isn't it?
Why didn't you stop?
Panicking.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Whose car is it?
Mine.
Charlie 66.
Man! You fool!
Me and my mate have had that car today. I buy and sell cars, that's all.
Well, why didn't you stop then? Oh, you idiot. All right, you're obviously under arrest for failing to stop, all right? And no licence, no insurance.
Can you do the chassis number, I forgive you, the one that's displayed in the vehicle, please?
Angus has spotted a discrepancy with the vehicle's identity.
The control room's given the last 6 of the chassis number, but it's different for the 6 that's on this here.
The chassis number on the Polo doesn't correspond with the car's registration plates, which could mean it's stolen.
Well, I still get 2-3 following out a burglary with keys of us.
That's all received, thank you. All right, you're under arrest on suspicion of burglary, all right?
Burglary?
Yeah, the car was stolen from a burglary. All right, you're still under caution, okay?
Yes, she's now confirmed that it's an outstanding stolen from 5 days ago on the chassis number we've given them now.
The driver and his friends are being taken to the police station.
Have you come, young man?
As well as asking some questions about the stolen Polo, the cops will run checks to see if any of them have been in trouble before.
Subsequent inquiries revealed that the vehicle was on false plates and was an outstanding stolen vehicle.
The driver is on the system. He's on licence for a prior conviction and he'll be recalled to prison.
Normally a recall to prison means that somebody's been let out early for good behaviour or whatever. The courts will decide to let them out early, but they're on licence then, so that if they misbehave again or get into trouble, then they can be recalled straight back to prison and continue the sentence that they had been let off, early for. It's where, bad boys belong at the end of the day. Some people you can have a bit of banter with, a bit of a laugh and a joke, and you do maybe feel a wee bit sorry for them in some situations. But the likes of this lad, I don't have any time for them. I couldn't really sit and have a conversation with them because, I look at them as just being the lowest of the low kind of style. So we've got the stolen car back, disqualified driver, no other damage to anybody else, and one of the shortest pursuits I think I've had.
Back in Bradford, the men under arrest for money laundering have arrived at Trafalgar House Police Station, where they and their car will undergo a drug search. The shock of his arrest seems to be taking its toll on one of the men.
You okay, fella?
My heart is down.
He's got a lot to lose. I'm not aware of who he is, what his previous is, whether he's got any previous medical conditions. So it would be far too easy to think this is as a result of not wanting to go into custody. But we can't afford to do that, and we have to treat it as a genuine medical emergency.
Jump out for his end, please, mate. You all right, pal?
He's complaining of chest pains. He just started with that, Matt, just to let you know.
You had these pains before?
Yeah.
Have you?
There is something at the back of your mind thinking it's a little bit convenient, bearing in mind that the colleagues that transported him in had mentioned nothing about him complaining of pains before that time.
I'm having troubles with my heart.
The troubles with your heart? You on medication for that as well? Yeah? I'll hang on to you, mate. You stay seated upright, mate. You seemed all right in the car, mate, when I first started speaking to you.
Paramedics have been called to check him over.
He was found some crack cocaine on him. I don't know whether he's taken any this evening. Just stay up, mate.
Listen, has your friend taken anything? Has your friend taken any drugs? Because he's not very well.
Is there a chance he might have?
While the paramedics see to the man's possible heart complaint, a dog's been called in to search the car.
The dog can smell out cash and firearms, so not only is he looking for drugs, he's potentially looking for hidden firearms and cash.
There's no more cash, but the dog has found some drugs hidden away, which could explain the man's panic attack.
Could be cocaine, amphetamines, so we'll seize that as well.
Arzan, just relax. You're with the ambulance, okay? Just relax.
He maybe thought that by being in hospital we'd give up and I'll tell you what, you get yourself better, we'll see you a week on Friday, for him never to be seen again. What they don't realise is the minute they leave custody, the custody clock stops and we just get to deal with them for longer. Unfortunately, I was one of the officers sent to the hospital with him. All the tests were done. There was nothing wrong with him. Absolutely nothing wrong with him. He perked up and down depending on who was looking at him. It was comical.
It's a massive gamble for them. Obviously, they can sometimes be paid a nominal fee to transport a package from A to B. Sometimes the value of that package could be into the hundreds of thousands of pounds, into the millions of pounds. It's a massive responsibility on them if they lose that package. And what tends to happen is that whoever's provided that package will hold them responsible for being stopped by the police.
Since 2008, the Roads Crime Team have made over 1,800 arrests and seized more than £16 million worth of criminal assets from drug dealers and organised crime groups.
There's no place in society for them. What they do has a massive impact on everything. They bring misery and shame to everybody, really.
The driver, who was found with 10 kilos of heroin, was sent to prison for 6 years. His passenger was found not guilty. The man who refused to come quietly in Doncaster was given a police caution for handling stolen goods and was recently released from prison for a series of burglary offences. The driver of the Seat Leon was given an 8-month suspended prison sentence for dangerous driving. The man who ran away was later identified from forensic tests on a cigarette butt found in the car and imprisoned for 9 months for drug possession. The drugs inside the Kinder Egg were street deals of heroin and cocaine worth £145. The driver of the black Audi A4 arrested by Gary and Mick was sent down for 2.5 years for drug dealing. The Afghani man arrested for being in the country illegally for the 3rd time was released from custody and remains in the UK. After failing to pay her £200 fixed penalty, the uninsured driver was fined £700 at court in her absence. But despite the cops thinking she'd been stitched up by her boyfriend, the couple are still together. The driver of the VW Polo, arrested for burglary, was sent back to jail and further sentenced to 6 months and banned from driving for 3 years. And the man who had a panic attack when he was caught with 3/4 of a kilo of cocaine and £20,000 admitted dealing and, along with